What's up guys? Welcome back for another DevPro Duel video. Yeah, happy holidays of course. The holidays are pretty much over now. So again, a cross-format duel. The first decklist you see here is called Fire Fist. 3 axes. I believe this is a decklist from back in 2012 when, yeah, pretty much OCG. Of course, because of Falcon, yeah, 3 chicken, 3 spirit, and 3 leopard. I think this decklist, or yeah, the full force 3 axis wasn't allowed in the TCG when it was first released, or I think it was allowed for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then as you see, yeah, spirit was immediately put to 1 here in the TCG, and Rooster, chicken, was left to 3, while in the OCG, eventually by the ban list, I think it was the September ban list back then, the Rooster or chicken was put to 1 and spirit was left at 3, if I'm not mistaken, for OCG. But yeah, then again, this is the decklist that was playable for like 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah, 3 axes at full force. The deck was just ridiculous with the 3 spirit, the 3 chicken, yeah, the 3 Rooster, I have to say. The Rekindlings, yeah, Rekindling at 3. Stupidly crazy. The 3 tanky, 3 Tensu, of course, failures. And of course, yeah, the double blaster. 3 blaster was also an option, but I think a bit too much. But yeah, you'll see, it's just a crazy decklist. Then the second decklist, very familiar, one of the best formats we've had in the game until today, TeleDad. I think this is one of the winning decklists from Cesar Gonzalez, I think. I think he won one of the Shonen Jumps back then. Yeah, double dark armed, very... yeah, very obvious, of course. The 3 malicious Stratos, 3 destiny draws, 3 teleport, 3 allure, doesn't need an introduction. Yeah, 3 solemn judgment, the crush card, very powerful card. Before the errata, of course. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see some duels. First game, I will be the one playing with TeleDad. My opponent's playing with chicken Fire Fist build, a 3 axis build. I open up with double malicious, pretty much one of the most terrible opening hands you could have, unless you, of course, you have Allure of Darkness to banish that extra malicious. I know, of course, he's playing with the 3 axis build, and yeah, most of the time it's not smart to set up first turn, like go for Stardust, for example. You would rather want to anticipate on your opponent and then make your big play. But due to the trap does shoot, I decide to go for Stardust just in case if he has something like Bear, for example. I don't want to be forced to Torrential, the Bear summon. Then again, to pop something, yeah, you can pop something with Bear and so on. But I rip Heavy Storm. Heavy Storm clears the whole back row, and eventually, thanks to Teleport, I believe, I can have the 3rd Dark in the grave and drop the Dark Armed and attack for a game. Very easy. But that's just, yeah, that's just TeleDad and how it worked. Very powerful decklist, of course. He decides to start, and of course, I think this is the most generic opening the deck could have. You go for Leopard. Leopard searches out your Tensu to get an extra normal summon. You normal summon your Spirit. Go for what is it called, Horse Prince, to special summon your Rooster from the deck. Rooster searches something out like I don't know, the Spirit, for example, to set up for next turn. And you eventually use your send the tanky, for example, from your side of the field to the grave to search out another Fire Fist spell or trap. Yeah, very unfortunate. He failures the Strato, so no search. And there's also the Tensen. Set Double Judgment, set the Phoenix Wing Blast, which is not going to save me, as you will see. There is the Ygopro, which blocks, I believe, one of my Solemn Judgments. I obviously can't chain the Judgment, that would drop my life points too low. There is a second Ygopro, and again, very standard, there is a Spirit, he goes for the second Leopard. Obviously I can't activate my Judgment here. I can bluff the Mirror Force, but of course he's not going to fall for that. What are the chances him activating double Ygopro and missing the force, right? He's going to attack and eventually attack for a game. So you see the 3 axis Fire Fist at full force with 3 Spirit and 3 Rooster with 3 chickens. It's just too crazy. Very powerful deck. I get to start. I can set the crush card here, but then Yeah, of course, the Fire Fist deck list is playing double Gyoku. I also think 3 MST. I'm not going to risk losing the Crush card here. Maybe I should have risked it, because either he has the bear to pop the Mystic Tomato, no search, or he makes the move as he does now. He goes for Horse Prince, he goes for Chicken, yeah, Rooster. Eventually is going to attack over the Mystic Tomato. I can maybe search out Sangan and then flip over the Crush card, but I think this was the more optimal play. So I search out Grabbins, negate the attack by paying 800 life points. We know his back row, I believe, is a 10 cent. Yeah, that gives the 1k attack boost. I eventually decide to Brain Control's Horse Prince. I'm not sure if this was a correct play. Get that Malicious Engrave. Sure, I can make 2 Synchros. I can also end with Malicious, which will be a Crush card, fire his target next turn. But yeah, I can't go for game, so I'm not sure if this was a correct move. Blowing my load too early, yeah, wasting all those cards. And here I think this was a correct move. Wait with the Crush card, wait until he makes his power plays. We know he has the Spirit in hand, so I think my only option here was to hope that he does not have a Gyoku to block the Crush card, but of course he top decks into 1. He also maybe could have searched with the Chicken, of course, which he doesn't have. But it doesn't really matter. He goes for a Vulcan, bounces back the Stardust. Yeah, the Colossal Fighter is popped with the Bear. And Rekindling. Crazy. Special summon everything from the grave. Goes for Giga Brilliant. And eventually Monster Reborn, which is, yeah, doesn't really matter. Giga Brilliant activates, 300 attack boost, and eventually he can attack for game. Yeah, I'm not sure if my last move mattered. Yeah, my previous turn mattered. I don't think it mattered that much. He gets to start, I think. Yeah, I'm going to switch the Fuse. Leopard is going to tribute itself to search out the Tensu. Tensu will net him an extra normal summon. He's going to search the, what's it called, the Spirit, of course. Yeah, we know the move by now. He goes for Horse Prince. Horse Prince will special summon, I believe, the Rooster from his deck, of course, to search out the Spirit. The nice cycle, which yeah, nicely was hit immediately after the set was released over here in the TCG during the next ban list. So Rota, he flips over the Mind Crush, very unfortunate. So I think that the only play I could make here was to Brain Control's Horse Prince, and I decided to go for damage over the +1. I mean the +1, banishing the 10 cent, the face down 10 cent. Because yeah, the Fire Fist deck list doesn't really care about +1s. It can make a +3, they have +2, +3 with this shenanigans. So I decided to go for damage. Maybe I can top deck something next turn, but seeing, yeah, I eventually scoop it up. It doesn't really matter if I wait it out. I'm not sure if I had an out. I don't think so, so it doesn't really matter. Last duel I get to start. Very strange duel. I normal summon Stratos, take the risk of running into a heavy storm, but I think I had to set both judgments to stop his standard power plays, as in Horse Prince and so on. He goes for Bear. He already had a normal summon, so I decided not to judgment his Bear, since I don't want to run into a Monster Reborn. You know, I judgment his Bear. He flips over his Reborn, at least, yeah, he activates his Reborn. That would leave me in a very terrible situation, so I decided to just keep both judgments. I'm not sure, no, he has an unknown set, but I do have both judgments as a possible backup, so I can make a big play. Yeah, top deck into Destiny Draw to set up the Malicious, but no teleport, so I can't go for game due to another Synchro, and of course with Dark Armed. So set another judgment, 3 judgment set. I let him go for the Horse Prince, then burn one of my judgments. Then there is the Rekindling. I of course have to judgment that. I'm not yeah, no Tensu, so no extra normal summon. He can search out another Chicken, no, another Spirit for next turn. So depending on my draw, maybe I can end the duel now. I don't. So normal summon Diamond Tooth, reveal the reinforcement of the army for next turn, deal some damage, and I still have 1 judgment left. So I'm hoping that he's not top decking something like another Rekindling next turn. There is the MST. He already activates the MST. Maybe he should have Darkhold first, which I'm obviously forced to tribute my Stardust. Then he could have MST'd and go for his power play. Then, yeah, that would have been a much better move. That would have been, I think that would have been game, no? Yeah, that would have been game. So start a special summon next turn, and there is the Dark Arm. So that misplay cost him the duel. But yeah, nonetheless, I think the duels were very, very decent. So GG. Yeah, anyway. Fire Fist 3X's at full force was a very, very crazy deck list with the Rekindlings at 3, the chickens, the roosters, I have to say, 3 spirit, 3 tanky. The deck list was just too crazy. Yeah, I think that's it. Guys, again, if you have any suggestions for these kind of cross-format duels, you can always leave them down below. That's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Beacom signing out. Peace.